Hello friends and welcome to my channel. In this video we're gonna talk about one of my favorite topics, which is Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. It's my favorite city and I've spent here well over a year already, and I wanna talk about certain very important topics, which includes just the life here in general and its diversity, the expert community, either if it's your first time visiting or you have been several times here already. I think I can give you that insights and definitely something to consider if you also maybe want to move here or if you want to visit the city, because we're also going to talk about safety, which is apparently a big issue here because Rio is definitely not considered the most safest city in the world. This review is definitely going to help you understand from a foreigner perspective who also lives here and knows the city and its people very well. Also, if you want to check out my last video, which was about my top 10 things to do here in Rio de Janeiro, I will link it up here. Alright, let's start off with the first topic I want to talk about, which is the diversity of Rio de Janeiro, because that really stands out to me and it's definitely something I love so much about the city. So, for example, you have nature, a lot of nature actually. So I'm living in the south zone in Copanema, which is right between Copacabana and Ipanema, a very good spot to live here in the city. And let me explain. So here, if I go out my door, I have coffee shops, restaurants, I have the beach, I can watch the sunrise, I can watch the sunset at Apuador, I can take an Uber and in like 15 minutes I'm at the entrance of a national park or maybe a mountain, so I can, hike, and everything is very close and accessible. And I think this makes Rio very, very special because on the one hand you have the big city life, and on the other hand it's very intertwined with nature, and you have a big offer to do hikes, to go surfing, to go to the beach, to go into the jungle. It's very accessible in Rio de Janeiro. So for example, a typical day here could look like that you get up in the morning very early, watch the sunrise at Copa Beach, then you hang out there a little bit, take a dip, then you go to your desk, you work very hard, of course, always important, and then you can get lunch with some friends, and then maybe later on in the evening you watch the sunset or you do a little hike. So I think the work-life balance, depending on your work of course, can be very good here. And it's again a very rich offer between nature stuff and big city life stuff to do. It's a very, very open and very energetic city. If you come to Rio, you will feel the Rio energy, and it's really, really awesome. Generally speaking, I would say the Cariocas, the people from Rio, that's how they are called in the local language, are very fit, and they kind of wanna, have a good body, a strong body, as well women as men, and they do work out a lot. And there's a big fitness culture here. And I think this is very cool because I myself love sports and I love working out. And for example, along the whole beach of Copa and also Ipanema, there are these different workout stations every 500 meters or so. And also at Apuador there is a open air gym, so you can just go there and work out. It's for free and it's just a good vibe. And I think it's so cool to just look fit and be fit. That's definitely a big plus for me about the city here. Next up, I want to talk about the obvious topic, the big elephant in the room, which is safety. And I personally would consider Rio de Janeiro as a very safe place. Definitely not how it's portrayed in most media outlets or blogs or whatever. But also keep in mind, Rio de Janeiro is a crazy big city, and it's basically kind of divided in northern part of Rio, let's say central Rio, and the south zone. Rio North, different thing. Has nothing to do with Rio South. So the South Zone mainly contains Copacabana, Ipanema and Leblon. And in these neighborhoods here, where I also live, is very safe. You don't have to watch out all the time or being afraid of getting shot or whatever. Not at all. I always say, just follow some very, very simple rules and you can move around very easily and safe in Rio. In my experience, just don't wear any fancy jewelry. I don't wear any, golden or silver rings or necklace or watch. I just don't do it because it draws attention, and if you draw attention here as a foreigner, even as a local, then it possibly can make you a target. But if you don't draw any attention and you don't do anything stupid, let's say, excuse me for the straightforward language here, you're gonna be fine. The next thing you just don't want to do is running around with your cell phone, you know, doing a video call and some crazy selfie session. You see, I'm already getting a little bit emotional here. Just don't do it. It looks retarded anyways. And you make yourself a target. And then also, maybe don't carry your backpack on the back. Just carry it in the front.
You just saw me walking with my backpack on the back when I was walking along the Copa beach here. But I just did that because it's more comfortable and because there were not many people. So I could, you know, check my bag. Now, I'm gonna go in this direction, into Copacabana. There are more people. So I put my backpack actually right now at my front because, you know, you just don't wanna be a target. And don't get me wrong, like, I'm a really strong advocate for South America is safe, and if something's happening, it's basically my fault as a foreigner because I'm not following the rules, which is putting the backpack in the front, not walking around with a cell phone in my hand. So that's the thing. Just gotta be careful and just prevent any situation which could possibly be bad. All right. So put your backpack in the front when it's more crowded and there are more people, and if not, and you have the feeling that it's just easy and chill, you can also put it in the bag. It's no problem.
Easy thing to do. When you're visiting Barcelona or Rome or Paris, you also want to definitely carry your backpack in the front because it's very possible that you're gonna get mugged or robbed and pickpocket, whatever. So it's not actually something especially about Rio de Janeiro. And then also, maybe just don't get drunk. Just don't do it. And if you get drunk, then in a safe space like a hotel or private party or whatever. But if you're, for example, in downtown Rio in Lapa or Perda do Sal, which are famous neighborhoods for nightlife, then don't get wasted. Don't get super drunk because it makes you, you know, just not so aware of what's going on, and then maybe something happens. But you can easily avoid that. And also don't accept any drinks from strangers because maybe they put something in the glass or, you know, in the drink and then trying to do something bad. But still, this doesn't really apply just to Rio de Janeiro. I would actually say this happens in many places in the world, and Rio de Janeiro is definitely no exception there. And also, maybe if you're on the beach, just don't leave your cell phone on your towel. Just give it to someone, you know, to take care of it when you go into the sea, when you take a dip. Just normal, rational thinking precautions, which definitely you should do anywhere you go. I had to also a little bit learn it in the hard way because I've been tried to rob twice here in Latin America, but again, it was always my own fault because I didn't apply the rules. I had my camera out and I wasn't careful where I was. It happened in Montevideo in Uruguay, and some people tried to steal my camera and my stuff. Luckily, I'm a very fast runner, so I could outrun them, but still, it was kind of a close call. And also one time here in Rio de Janeiro during Carnival, I had my backpack on my back, not in the front here. And they just tried to, you know, pickpocket me and opened the zipper a little bit. They didn't get anything because I also know how to defend myself, luckily in certain situations. And so, again, it was not very bad. But still, if I would have thought about it, then it would never have happened, I think. Yeah, so it definitely depends on you. And also on the season a little bit. I would say high season is from November till March because that's New Year's and Carnival. And the city is a little bit more heated up, kind of. So you have to just be a little bit more careful because it's just more movement here. And the rest of the year, it's just a little bit more calm and, yeah, just more tranquilo. So I hope that explains a little bit how Rio works. And again, I am a big advocate for Brazil, South America, Rio de Janeiro. It doesn't really matter. It's very safe to travel if you are aware of these few things and just respectful with the locals and just overall rules and vibes in this continent, this country, and especially this city here. Also, if you have any questions or you have a totally different understanding of what I'm just saying or you disagree, just drop a comment below. I'm definitely open for a little discussion here if you see it otherwise. But in my opinion, most of the times when especially foreigners get marked here in Rio or assaulted a little bit or something, it's pretty much their own fault. It's a harsh statement, but it's pretty much how I see it. So actually here in Rio de Janeiro are a bunch of entrepreneurs expert remotely working people who gather here, especially in the South Zone, but also in Santa Teresa and Botafogo, also cool neighborhoods here. And it's kind of easy, I would say, to make new friends, to meet like-minded people, and to talk about work opportunities, and also to hang out and just have fun, go on a hike together, go to the beach together. So Rio de Janeiro is also very good for that. And since I moved here in December of 2023 into my lovely new space, I already found some good friends in this community. So to sum it up, I would say Rio de Janeiro is a very open city which just offers a lot. Doesn't really matter in which field, if it's nature-wise, community-wise, if it's working out and being fit, if it's just for work and actually for your professional life, if it's for investing and maybe you wanna get an apartment here. Also, if you're interested in that topic, and also investment visa or lawyers or whatever it is in this regard, you can read my blog, which I have linked down below, and you can actually also reach out directly to me, because I just went through the whole process and I would say I know a lot about it, and I'm happy to consult and help you out if you're interested in this kind of thing. Also, there are some very pretty Brazilian ladies here. Let's not forget that. Just overall, it's very, very diverse, energetic place, which keeps on surprising me, and I'm very curious what Rio de Janeiro has to offer in the future for myself. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful and that you found some insights. If you have any questions, drop a comment below, and I see you guys in the next one.